Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I am reviewing the movie The Perfect Guy. Now, this was a movie I didn't personally want to go see. My girlfriend wanted to go see it. Went to see it with her, so may as well review it. Anyways, The Perfect Girl is, of course, another sort of attempt at a classic movie like Fatal Attraction. You know, there's been a lot of movies like The Perfect Girl. There was I got a whole bunch of movies in my head right now. There's the movie with Jennifer Lopez that came out like maybe a year ago on Boy Next Door. There was another movie with Beyonce in it. I cannot remember the name of the movie, but it had Beyonce in it. It had it had a whole bunch of good people in it. But it's another movie like that. But they've made a bunch of movies like Fatal Attraction where you think this person's this and it turns out they're crazy and they try to kill you, yada yada yada. I've done it a billion times, which is why I really didn't even want to see this movie because I'm like, basically gonna be that again, which it pretty much was. I mean, it wasn't awful, it wasn't an awful movie. It wasn't like unwatchable. I've seen worse movies, but I mean, it didn't do anything new. It didn't like reinvent the wheel or anything. Everything was kind of by the book. I like the actor that they had playing because well, I'm just set up the story. It's about this woman who's having problems with her boyfriend. She's been dating her boyfriend for 2 years, and she wants to get married and have kids, the whole 9 yards. But he doesn't. He wants to be patient because of shit that's happened to him in the past, so he doesn't want to right now. Long story short, they break up. They end up breaking up, being apart. They do this weird thing where it says 3 months later or something like that, and it's like 3 months later, so they've been broken up for 3 months. She goes to this place. She goes out to get a drink one day, and she meets this guy, the perfect guy. And she meets this guy, and he seems cool, he seems calm and cool, collected, and pretty smooth. I actually never liked the guy to begin with, honestly. Like, it was one of those movies where, because the guy who's playing him, he doesn't play a bad guy, but he always gives off the impression that he's a bad guy in something. I think he is primed to play a bad guy in something. Like, he really needs to call like Marvel or DC or something because he has the look in his he has compelling eyes. He has compelling looks and mannerisms in his eyes that just I believed he was crazy. Which is why I didn't hate this movie as much as I thought I would, because I believed he was crazy. Like, the looks in his eyes, I mean, he had the intensity in his eyes captivated me. I didn't think it would, but for some reason, I looked at the look in his eye, I was like, yeah, that dude's crazy, man. I don't know why she didn't see it, but anyway, she thinks he's perfect. They never specify how long they've been dating, but it looks like she meets him one day and she's making out with him. Like, she just meets him, making out with him, all that kind of bothered me. I'm like, okay, like, I mean, I understand what you're trying to say here, but I'm like, oh, because the type of person they set her up to be does not coexist with what she was doing, because they set her up to be this, responsible, scrape by the book young lady, I mean, like, that's what they kind of set her up to be, this, but the shit that was going down was kind of slutty, especially, like, the second time they meet up, they go to this, like, dirty ass club, and he's fucking her in the bathroom. Like, I'm like, damn, that's a little, like, I thought he was supposed to be like that. Like, the person they set up to be, that was completely out of character, and it didn't make much sense to me, and I was just like, okay, you just met the guy the second time, but anyways, whatever, roll with it, I suppose, get over it in my head. So I'm getting over it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, the movie I mean, I know how it goes, he seems perfect, and then one of our friends, of course, says, he might be the perfect guy. I told my girlfriend, then I was like, oh, they just had to find a way to sling that one in there, huh? That wasn't subtle at all. It was not subtle even in a little bit. They just slung it in there. But he even meets her parents, which is kind of crazy too. She was dating that one dude for 2 years and never introduced him to her parents. They just do for like 3 days. See her parents. It was kind of weird. But the parents, of course, loved him. He was quote unquote the perfect guy until they went to a gas station and he fucking snapped and she saw how crazy he really was. And then once she wanted to leave him, he really got crazy. Like, I mean, he did the typical things, but the thing is, you'll see in the movie, it's other things that I'm not gonna spoil any of the stuff in the movie, even though I really didn't really care that much about the movie. But still, some people might like it, so go see it. So the movie wasn't awful. It was as expected. I liked the intensity in that guy's eyes. I think that a lot of things were dragged out a little bit, especially the relationship between her and her former boyfriend that was a little dragged out. I didn't really feel a connection. I thought that she fell for him way too quickly, like really quickly for someone that they set her up to be. Like if they had set her up to be differently, maybe I would feel differently. But the way they were setting her character up to be, I feel like she fell way too quickly. I mean, it was an okay movie. It was an okay movie. I mean, it wasn't awful. It wasn't bad. I mean, like I said, it's another attempt at doing a Fatal Attraction-ish kind of movie. And I mean, it was okay. I like the cop in this movie though. The cop in this movie was probably the best part of this movie, man. He was cool. He seemed like a good guy. He seemed like a really good guy, and he knew something was wrong with that dude. See, I was happy. That was the one thing about this movie that made me happy is that the cops and any other movie are like, sir, like or ma'am or sir, there's nothing wrong with her. She didn't do anything to you. Like they don't see it. But this is one of the instances in a movie where the cop actually did see it. The cop actually did believe it. The cop actually saw it in his eyes and was like, "This dude isn't right. There's something wrong with this guy." And I actually like that. That's the only really thing I can say I liked about this movie is that the cop wasn't so oblivious to what's going on. He was like, "Yeah, there's something up with that guy. He's weird. Yeah." We gotta check on that guy. So that's the only good thing I saw out of that. So I'd give the movie 5.5. You know what? I'll give it a 6. I give it a 6. It wasn't awful. It wasn't the worst movie I've seen. It wasn't the best movie I've seen. But in terms of Fatal Attraction, it's kind of movies like that, like on that scale, I would say that it's up there, but I mean, there's not good little Fatal Attraction movies like that. So I mean, I guess I'll put it up there because I mean, they did like what happened with the cop. I actually thought the guy who was playing the crazy person actually pulled off the intensity and crazy look perfectly because he just look out and you could just see in his eyes and I think that is something that's really important when you're gonna play a role like that, when you're gonna be like a crazy person or you're gonna be like little broken or something screw loose. You have to have that eyes. You have to have the screw loose eyes. Is what I call it. The screw loose eyes, where you just see them and you just like, there's something not quite right about that guy. He pulled that off perfectly. I believed it. Anytime he had that intense look in his eyes, I believed it. Now, whether or not the actions match the intensity in his eyes all the time, probably not. But I did believe it. So, anyways, that is my review of The Perfect Guy. Comments, like, you know the drill.